Hey guys, Brony General here, back with another video, and in this one I'm here to do another one about cell phones. Now, as most of you may know, the cell phone that I've been using for the last 5 years is this. This is my custom-made bag phone made from a 4G RV home phone box, a Maxell camcorder bag, and a handset phone, and it has served me well. You can pick it up, you can talk on it, you can do all your thingamabobbers with business and voicemails and the likes, and then you can put it down and you can expect that it will do the exact same thing over and over again. No updates, no changes. It works the same now as telephones always have for the last 100 years. The only problem with this phone is that it is portable with an asterisk. Yes, you can carry it around. Yes, it can go with you, but you're probably not going to take it out of the car unless you're going somewhere far away from the car and you know you're going to receive a phone call. So I set out to finally find a phone that is portable without an asterisk that I actually like. And this can be a horrendously difficult task for me, considering that I have a very strict goal for what a phone should be. It should be, number one and foremost, a phone able to make phone calls and receive phone calls, which is something that most phones now seem to put on the back burner in lieu of applications and other features that don't really seem to be all that useful to me. Introducing the LightPhone II. So to give you an introduction on the LightPhone II, what is it? Well, it's a touchscreen phone that's about the same size as a pack of short cigarettes, supporting an e-ink display, a headphone jack for music and podcast listening, and a micro USB charging port, which I really wish was USB-C, but we can't all get what we want. Now, the e-ink display is honestly the primary reason that I chose this phone. I wanted a phone that supports this display for a long time. I've wanted to see how it works in the application of a cell phone, and I can say it works really well. One big point I have with cellular telephones is that I don't think they should have color displays. I want a display that is readable in direct sunlight, and that is a big benefit of monochrome LCDs and e-ink displays, something that you cannot get out of a color display, at least not to the same great extent. So that's a basic introduction of what the LightPhone II is, pretty much just a PDA-enabled phone. So let me give you a little bit more of an in-depth rundown of this awesome phone. Okay, now looking at the LightPhone II here, yes, since the previous footage I have actually cracked it, and that's mostly due to my job, but taking a look at it here, it is a fine little piece of technology. I'm not a huge fan of touchscreens, I'm not gonna lie. I really wish this thing had like a T9 keypad, something like that. But it's okay. I've been wanting to try out this e-ink display stuff for long enough that I was okay with sufficing with a touchscreen. But anyway, as I said, this is basically a phone PDA. If you think about it in 90s, early 2000s terms, I guess. So, obviously I've got my contacts list here. I'm not going to click that because it's got names and whatnot in it. But, you can set alarms and those will go off. It's got a calculator, calendar. Now, these are the cool features, I think. It has a directions mode. And that will actually use GPS. If I can get it to focus here. But it'll use GPS to actually find where you are, as you can see there. And, yeah, you can use basically like Google Maps. I believe it's powered by Google Maps, actually. So, it's about as accurate as Google Maps, from what I can tell. There's also a directory, which pretty much you can just look up phone numbers and directions to places, kind of like you would with Google. It's got a hotspot mode, so that if you want to use a laptop or whatever on the go, you can use this as a internet router. It's got music, which to get music onto the phone, what you want to do is upload them through your computer on the Light dashboard, and then they'll come up here on your phone. You got notes you can take, and that's both auditory notes and written notes, whatever your preference is. You got podcasts here, which you can subscribe to podcasts on the phone through your computer there, and then they will show up here as I have set up, like so. Wait. Sometimes the screen's a bit slow. That is the one complaint I've had about the e-ink screen, is that it's a bit slow, but I'm not really that bothered by it because I'm used to passive matrix LCDs and slow technology, so the extra half second I've got to wait for things to pull up really doesn't bother me so much. But outside of that, like I said, it's got a micro USB on the bottom, it's got a phone jack on the top, you've got 2 volume buttons here. This button here pretty much goes through your menus, and then if you hold it down for a minute, it'll go to what application you're currently using, which for me would be podcast. And yeah, that's pretty much the whole phone. I mean, it doesn't have a camera, it doesn't have any extra fluff features, I can't set a wallpaper, none of that. And the way that images work on this phone, because obviously people will text you images, is if somebody texts you an image, it will actually go to your computer's email, and then you can look at it there. Similarly to the way you would expect something like a PDA to work. So, yeah, that's pretty much the LightPhone II. It's such a basic phone, there's really not much to say about it. It's just a phone. And that's exactly why I bought this thing. Because it does everything I need right here, and it does absolutely nothing I don't need it to. And as you can see through the power of my artificial sun up here, it's pretty easy to see it in direct light. Very easy to see it in direct light. And that has been a huge help to me because I'm a farmer. I spend most of my time outside, and sometimes I need information while I'm outside working on the plants. So having this phone with its very easy to read outdoor screen is super helpful. But yeah, that's the LightPhone II. Now, so far, what I can say about this phone is it's a bit fragile. It's a bit fragile. This really didn't take much to do. And outside of that, it's a little small. It likes to get wedged in my pocket sideways, and then it holds down the power button and shuts the phone off while it's in my pocket, so that's a little annoying. But outside of that, this is honestly a great phone. So far, I've been very satisfied with it. Haven't had much of any problem. Calls people just fine. The signal's good. Every feature that is advertised to have works perfectly. The only other complaint I have about it is that I had to wait almost a year to actually receive this phone due to the chip shortages happening last year. So it took me a while to receive this thing. But if you're willing to wait for it, and I'm not even sure you'd really have to wait nearly as long as I did because I just happened to buy it at a bad time, it's worth it. It's a great basic phone, great useful tool, and I haven't had any major problems with it, which is something I can't say about most cell phones. Now, I'm not sponsored by LightPhone at all, but I'm still going to endorse them anyway, because if you make a good product, I'm going to recommend your product. So if you go to the LightPhone website here, they have quite a few options now. This is actually a company that's kind of ramping up as I speak. So what I have is the LightPhone II. What they offer here is they offer the LightPhone II, the LightPhone III, which is kind of like a LightPhone II, a little bit smaller with a color screen and cameras, which are two features I specifically don't want, so that's why I didn't get the LightPhone 3. And they have just announced today, as of recording this video, the Light Flip, which, from what I can tell, looking a little bit into it, is supposed to be more like the Light 3, where it's a very basic phone, but with a color screen and a camera, put into the package of a flip phone, where you can actually, use your buttons and it flips open and all the 9 yards like a normal flip phone would. Yeah, if you want to go over to their website here, go to shop, obviously they have a lot of options. These just showed up as of me recording this video, actually, so you can see their prices here. They're not too bad, except for the Light 3, which is kind of, I guess, their flagship phone, The Light 2 is obviously what I got, and I absolutely love it so far. But yeah, that's the Light 2 and Light as a phone company. They're pretty good so far. I endorse them 100% for the quality products that they are making. With that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I think I'm going to go ahead and enjoy my LightPhone II and watch this company do stuff.
I learned you get more for an LED screen than a plasma, cause apparently plasmas are old and I didn't know that.